it's the morning and I'm leaving my parents' cottage. I'm actually leaving Alberta, and it's sad to be leaving Alberta, and it's a little bit tough to leave Alberta, but I feel like in a weird way I'm kind of checking things off a checklist to get me back to Portugal, and I feel like this is checking off another thing. It's not going as smooth as I hoped. I booked myself a trip to Toronto on the way to Namibia, optimistically hoping that my visa would be processed in time and then I could get the visa stamped, go to Namibia, and then back to Portugal, but it hasn't happened. But there is still a really good reason, a fun reason to be in Toronto. I'll explain when we get there, but there's like one thing you're gonna get to meet, one person you're gonna get to meet, and a couple people that we haven't seen in years. So let's go to Toronto. Since coming home to Canada, a lot of people have said things like, I can't believe you don't want to live somewhere like the Canadian Rockies. But honestly, as much as I love them, they don't feel like home. And I enjoy them so much more as a visitor than I did as a resident. Still, I'm sad to see them in my rearview mirror as I head to the airport. Okay, I'm back in Toronto, and I kind of wish I would have spent quarantine at this hotel because this looks a little bit cozier than my quarantine. I'm meeting a new friend. In fact, two new friends. One adamant and one inanimate. Is that a word? After a good night's sleep, I jumped in my inanimate rental car and headed to jolly old London town. I am finally in the London I've never been to before. I'm in London, Ontario. It's bigger than I thought. There's tall buildings and stuff. Anyways, I'm here because a guy I know owns a camera store here called Camera Canada. And back when the R5 and R6 was announced, we made a deal that would put an R6 in my hand. And about a year ago, he shipped an R6 all the way to Portugal for me. But because I never paid for the camera, how do I get through here? There's construction. I'm gonna get hit. Because I never paid for the camera with cash, I couldn't get proper import receipts to Portugal, and they actually sent it back to Canada. So I've had this camera waiting for me here in London, Ontario for a year now. Now I'm gonna finally get my hands on what's gonna be my new vlogging camera. When the R5 and R6 were announced, I was sure I'd buy one of each. Then the pandemic hit and I couldn't afford either. So after so long away from my inanimate R6, I'm glad to finally get my hands on the new camera equipment. In fact, I think this is my first new piece of camera gear since 2019. Okay, I should clarify something. I did pay for this camera, in a way. I paid in exchange for credit on one of my photography tours, which is why there was no proper invoice. This isn't a sponsored video, other than to say, support your local camera shops. Let's open this baby up. Warranty, instructions, battery charger, battery. The battery's LP-E6NH, and then I hope there's a camera under here. Camera strap. I hate camera straps in general. And the camera. So here it is. In my hand, this camera feels really, really nice. It fits my hand. It feels like it's my camera. It feels like it was made for my hand, and I love that about it. No top screen, just the dials, and you've got more plugs on the side. You've got the bigger battery, so it is a little bit bigger than the RP. Yeah, I guess let's put a battery in it and take this lens off the R and start vlogging with it, because that's what I bought it for. I gotta drive to go meet the other new thing. I don't know why I'm trying to disguise what I'm trying to do. Anyway, I'm driving to Grand Bend, but I want to talk again about the R6 and just a couple things I noticed really quick. First of all, dual card slots. I've never used dual card slots in my entire life. And that maybe says more about how I live my life than the actual necessity, but it's cool that it has it. The second thing, and something I miss, is on the R, you have this D-pad that you can like move right and left. You don't have the joystick. On the R6, it has the joystick. And I know lots of people love the joystick. I didn't care for it at all. It didn't mean anything to me. And already I missed that little button on the R. And a really positive thing, it has the curtain that stays closed when you switch lenses. I'm heading to Namibia tomorrow, and it can be dusty and windy. And I love that curtain. When you change lenses, it's a little more stressless. And the other thing I noticed is the stabilization is crazy. I have trouble hand holding without having a little bit of a wobble on the horizon. And I already noticed just like shooting shots straight out of the car, I don't have that issue at all. This is why I bought the R6. This is why I wanted it so bad, is I used to shoot everything with a gimbal, and I just got sick of the gimbal and I stopped. But I found myself really restricted in some of the shots I could take because I didn't have that same stabilization. It feels like at least I've got a little bit of that back, so I'm stoked to test it out more. The Ibis is crazy, and for the record, I'm not gonna stabilize any of this footage in post. All the footage seen in this video is as shot in camera.
Oh, what's up?
I missed the turn.
What's up?
What's going on?
Vlog on vlog.
What do you got in that little cart? Is that where you keep your
I'm
camera?
a puppy now, bud. Yeah, no, that's actually my my explosives collection. Welcome to Canada.
Yeah. I already had a salad.
Now he's back on YouTube. Oh my god.
Both our parents have retired into cottages now.
That's awesome.
We're living that life now. Okay, so I'm in Grand Bend. I don't know if you guys remember Greg. This has been
It's been almost 2 years.
way too long.
Crazy. But
Yeah.
It's okay because I stalk you on social media, so
Yeah.
I know everything about you.
It's been so long that Greg's gone and become a dad since the last time we hung out. That was what I was gonna show you, the other thing we were gonna meet. Nellie doesn't want the baby on the internet, which is obviously smart.
Nor do I either.
Nor do I either.
Yeah, we've had a really long conversation about it, and your channel being like relatively big, a lot of creepy people watching it, I'm sure.
You guys are
Creepier than
creepy.
me.
You're not creepier than Greg, but you are creepy.
But yeah, we're trying to keep him off the internet until he is able to choose whether or not he wants to share his own personal likeness.
Which is super fair. And yeah, so anyway, we're here, and I was like, we've got the R6, we might as well go film a video. So I'm not gonna like do a heavy review, because I think reviews when you just pick up a camera are silly because you don't really understand it. But I'm gonna just kind of talk about some things, and we'll shoot some footage and maybe shoot a sunset. We're just gonna we're location scouting a bit. Greg says that there's a lighthouse here, there's a forest nearby, so we're gonna go check some things out. Greg might be a father now, but he'll never stop being a kid. Dude hasn't met a cement wall he hasn't tried to freestyle walk in his entire life. His childlike enthusiasm for doing everyday normal things really comes through. I feel a little bit overdressed. Everybody's in like shorts and t-shirts. But there's like this driftwood that's all over the place, and I think that there's probably some potential for cool photos with this driftwood. Greg brought me here because of this lighthouse, and it is cool, but it's a little bit underwhelming in terms of its size. So we're kind of playing around to see if maybe there's a shot. I can't really tell how good the stabilization is based on the back of the camera, but it seems like it's incredible, actually. It seems like it's not gimbal-ish, but it's close, and I'm actually really, really impressed. But the one thing I did notice, or I have noticed, is I haven't been filming very much and my battery has drained way faster because I'm assuming of the in-body stabilization. So something to keep an eye on. A month after filming this, future Brendan will tell you, yes, the battery drains way faster with the in-body stabilization. It's hard to quantify, but it feels like about twice as fast. But with smooth handheld video goodness like this, it doesn't really matter. Well, Gregoire, I think we made a mistake.
What?
We're a little bit late.
No, it's still good light, man.
We were distracted by Greg's family's cooking.
It was delicious.
It was so good.
It's steak and bacon.
Oh, so good. You have bacon?
No.
Oh yeah.
No, I had ribs.
I didn't get you. You had
Yeah, but
ribs?
after the steak.
You had ribs?
It's the Canadian version of an asado.
He's lying.
I'm just trying to be dramatic on your vlog, that's all.
Yeah, it's working.
Okay.
Yeah, so we came back to this beach, and I don't have my bracket on the R6, but I really wanted to just take one picture on the R6, kind of a long exposure style photo, to see how it looks. So I'm going to hopefully get a bracket on before sunset.
You might be able to use this one.
I have a bracket in my bag.
Oh,
I'm not sure I have the tool to take it off. So yeah, we'll get a bracket on this camera and take a photo, but it has gotten cloudy on the horizon, so we're definitely not getting a sunset or like a nice one, but we'll still take a photo. I should also mention that the colors look a bit washed, but that's only because I totally forgot to set a color profile before filming. It's on the neutral, and I didn't want to cheat and color grade. In future videos, you'll see that punch of Canon colors on this camera, which are fantastic. So be sure to subscribe to see how that looks. This is what I wanted to photograph? Is it? I thought there was another photo. Anyway, this is what I wanted to photograph, is this driftwood with the water in the background and the lighthouse and maybe a bit of a long exposure. So I thought I found a different piece of driftwood. But yeah, we'll play with something and I'll show you the results. The results are great. I can already tell with these few photos how much better the dynamic range is on the Canon R6 versus my Canon R. Despite tough light conditions, it did really well. We were just outroing my video. I know, Greg's video. And it's funny, the YouTube world with like the outros of people's video. We were just like, bye for now, which is like Thomas Heaton. What do you got?
I'd like to say thank you so much for watching.
Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No.
And I like that. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a pleasure. It's been good having Greg back for a day. He's got important things going on in his life now, so he doesn't have time for me.
No, I got a real baby now, not just a big bearded
Just not
baby.
a giant bearded baby. Who's more demanding, me or Mateo?
Well, Mateo's 3.5 months, so
Yeah.
probably you.
Who cries more?
Definitely him.
Anyways, that's it for today's video. There will be like a more in-depth review of the R6, maybe in Namibia, because there's a lot of bumpy roads to test the stabilization on. I have to say my first impressions are amazing. It's kind of nostalgic. It reminds me so much of the 6D, which was my first full frame camera, but like better. And maybe you'll see Greg again by the end of the year or
hell yeah.
next year.
Oh, hell yeah.
But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.